I had the honor of serving with Mr. Hansen in the previous administration for 12 years as the director of the Recreation Department. We sat together on the cabinet of then County Executive Ike Leggett, and I saw firsthand the dedication and the commitment of Mr. Hansen to all of our county residents as we dealt with some remarkably challenging and difficult circumstances. The role of the county attorney is truly unique because they have to truly be a jack of all trades. The level of complexity of the types of cases that the county is involved in span a very wide range, and Mr. Hansen has led with distinction and honor. He is also extraordinarily humble and somebody who is immensely approachable, has a brilliant legal mind, but also understands that at the end of these cases are people. And so, Mr. Hansen, I want to thank you for truly a remarkable career. All of us in the county and the council are forever indebted to your leadership and your dedication. You have established a remarkable team over many years, and I know that this is a bittersweet moment for you, I'm sure, but I'll now turn it over to you to say a few words before formally reading the proclamation. Mr. Hansen.
Well, thank you, Council President Albornoz. It has been truly an honor to serve as the Chief Legal Officer for the county. I haven't heard the proclamation yet, so perhaps I should reserve comments until after I have heard what is to be said, if that would be all right with you.
Absolutely. Let's do that. So I will read the proclamation right now. Proclamation of the Montgomery County Council. Whereas Marc Hansen has been a valuable asset to Montgomery County, serving as county attorney, providing leadership to 50 attorneys who provide legal services to the county government in litigation, transaction, and general counsel matters. And whereas prior to his appointment, Marc served in various positions in the office of the county attorney, OCA since 1984, where he focused on government operations, legislation, and government ethics. And whereas Marc has been the longest serving county attorney for the county since the adoption of the charter in 1968, where he has fostered a highly productive and collegial environment, which is known for turning our first-class legal work for the county executive and agencies and for the county council. And whereas throughout the years, he has encouraged and mentored many attorneys, including attorneys who have gone on to be judges, attorneys who have served the state and federal governments, and attorneys who have risen in the ranks to serve the county with great legal skill. And whereas Marc has skillfully helped shape legal positions that impacted county government, including drafting and defending the county's transportation impact tax and working with colleagues to develop a legal and litigation strategy that led to the Court of Appeals recognizing the right of the local government to engage in government speech. And whereas in acknowledgement of his leadership, in 2014, he received the highest award of the International Municipal Lawyers Association, the Charles Rye Lifetime Achievement Municipal Law Award, an award bestowed rarely only upon individuals whose public service and achievements in the field of municipal law are recognized as truly outstanding. And whereas Marc has been extremely hardworking, working virtually every weekend and holiday for decades, tirelessly devoted to serving the county interests. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland, hereby thanks Marc Hansen for serving with humility, integrity, and honor at the highest standards of the legal profession for the past 37 years, and wishes all the best as he begins the next chapter, presented on this day by myself as Council President on behalf of all of my colleagues. Thank you so much, Mr. Hansen, for your tremendous dedication. And Marc, I turn it over to you to say a few words.
Well, thank you again. Honestly, I feel a bit overwhelmed. That was a wonderful proclamation. I have to confess that I was a little bit concerned that council staff wouldn't be able to read my handwriting, but I'm glad they got it right. I'm also reminded of a famous quote from Adlai Stevenson, who used to be the governor of Illinois, where I grew up, ran for president 2 times, and he was noted for commenting that flattery is fine, so long as you don't inhale it. So I feel amazingly blessed. I've been fortunate to have the honor of serving as the Chief Legal Officer for Montgomery County for the past 12 years, and I've been an attorney in OCA for over 37 years. Being a lawyer for the county has given me the opportunity to work on many immensely challenging legal issues, many of them cutting edge legal issues, thanks in large part to the county council and many of the actions you've taken. The most recent being the emergency assistance relief program that the council enacted during the COVID pandemic, leading to federal litigation and a victory for the county in the United States Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit. Hands down, this has been the best legal job in the county. But what I will treasure the most has been the opportunity to get to work with and to get to know so many extraordinarily talented and dedicated public servants across the broad spectrum of county employees, merit system employees, appointed officials, and elected officials. To the extent that I've experienced success in this job, it's been because I've been surrounded in large part by clients who, honestly, many of you have top-notch legal minds and probably should have gone to law school, but were smart enough not to. And an incredibly talented law office, OCA. If I could paraphrase Michael Jordan, talent wins games, teamwork wins championships. And as you all may remember, Michael Jordan was a member of the Chicago Bulls, which won, I think, 6 NBA titles in a span of 8 years, an incredible achievement. I'd like to close with an observation about OCA. I'm convinced there is no law firm, private or public, that exceeds OCA's knowledge, skills, and commitment to representing their client. I'm confident OCA will continue to perform at the highest level of effectiveness and integrity. Again, thank you for this proclamation. It's been an honor to serve.
Well, Mark, it's been an honor to serve with you, my friend. We're going to give you a standing virtual ovation here, but several of my colleagues have requested to speak. I suspect all of them will want to speak because we've all worked with you so closely over the years. I humbly request that my colleagues keep your comments brief. We still have one more proclamation this morning, and as you all know, a very busy morning to get through. So with that, Councilmember Friedson.
Thanks so much. I'll be very brief, Mark. Congratulations. Thank you for your service. I'll note your service at OCA predates my birth, which speaks to your tremendous tenure, and in particular, the work. I'll just note two. One, creating the Department of Health and Human Services. I know you work very hard at that, and in this current moment, that has been incredibly important to the county and to our residents to keep everybody healthy and safe, and also working recently on the change to our property tax system, which I just really appreciate all of your hard work and all of your issues. And then the hundreds and thousands of different legal issues that have come up over the last 37 years in the office, and the last dozen or so years with you leading it. Just really appreciate your service, your commitment to public service, not just for the county, but for municipal government as well. You share our commitment to that, and just wanted to appreciate your legal mind and sharing your talents with the county for the benefit of all of us. So thank you so much. Appreciate it, and best of luck to you, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now the Chair of our Government Operations Committee, Councilmember Navarro.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Well, Mark, you know, as I'm sitting here reflecting on all of this as the old timer on the council, the one thing that I know I'm going to miss is this notion of having so many extraordinary public servants in our county, such as you, who really epitomize the love and the protection of our institutions. And that is something so important, especially these days, that I value so much. And when I think of you, that's the first thing that comes to mind, is that you have been really an example of how to be the best that you can be, dedicate yourself, your professionalism, and your availability and your calm demeanor that has been so critical. But above all, it's always been about understanding that unless our institutions are strong, our county cannot be strong. And you've done well. So I want to say thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. Enjoy your time. I wish you health and lots of happiness and lots of fun in your retirement.
Thank you, Chair Navarro. Next, we have Councilmember Jawando, followed by Councilmember Hucker, then Councilmember Reamer, and then Council Vice President Glass. Councilmember Jawando.
Thank you, Mark. What to say? I'll be brief because all of my colleagues want to speak. Thank you for your service. I often at my office, I'm at my home office, but my work office, there's a picture of Charles Hamilton Houston above my desk, who was the first general counsel of the NAACP, first dean of the Howard Law School, a mentor to Thurgood Marshall, the great Marylander. And the quote that's there that he said that sticks with me is, a lawyer is either a social engineer or a parasite on society. And sir, you've been a social engineer in a good way. You've worked with all of us and our predecessors to form and shape policy that helps improve people's lives. And I think lawyers get a bad rap, but that's what you've done for nearly 40 years. And the people of Montgomery County, and through the precedents that you've set, the people of this nation will be indebted to your service. And the last thing I'll say, as a father of 4 and 3 daughters, and one who I'm sure is going to be a lawyer, I'll be surprised if she's not, your legacy continues on, sir. And I hope that I can rub off some of that social engineer to my kids. And Christine is doing a great job. I enjoy working with her, all of us do. So the service continues in your family. And thank you. Get some rest.
Thank you, Councilmember Jawando. Well said. We've added Councilmembers Rice and Katz to the speaker list. Next, we will hear from Councilmember Hucker.
Mark, I think nearly everything's been said, but I'd be remiss if I didn't add my voice to the chorus. I've really enjoyed working with you over the last 7 years. I know what an institution you are here and how big the shoes are that you leave for all of us. You've really excelled at your work and allowed so many county execs and council members to succeed at their work. And I've greatly appreciated your accessibility, availability, as Councilmember Navarro said, giving you so many questions on short notice on the weekends, and your reliability and your steady hand is exactly what all of us would want in an attorney. Somebody to calm things down at periods of great stress and can convince us that we can get through it if we just put enough careful thought into it. I've really enjoyed working with you. I wish you all the best in the future. Hope we stay in touch because I'm sure I'll need pro bono advice in the future. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you. Councilmember Reamer.
I hope I don't need pro bono advice.
I mean, for Hans, maybe.
Thank you. Mark, it's been such a pleasure to serve with you. I just, of all the roles in government that I've had a chance to see up close, I have admired yours and the work that you've done, and to see how you have presented us with challenges and as you reason through them and explain them. It has been exciting and inspiring and gratifying to be part of that. And I wish that young people could see what the work of a local government, top legal officer is, because it would inspire so many to pursue a career in law when they think maybe being a lawyer is about being at a big firm and doing billable hours. And I'm sure that's a part of, many careers, but just the pure substance and the depth and the meaning of the work that you do. It's been fun to see, and you do it so well. And I'm grateful for your service. So serving with you has been certainly a highlight of my time as well. Thank you, Mark. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Council Vice President Glass.
Thank you very much. Mark, you and your colleagues have a challenging job. and you've been tasked with navigating between the executive and legislative branches, with the public, with the private sector, and the state and federal levels. And has been said, the work that you do is often under the radar, but it is some of the most impactful work here at the county level. And I just want to thank you for always being thoughtful in the way you share information and your legal opinion, and for always being accessible when this non-lawyer picks up the phone to ask you some sometimes challenging questions. And I appreciate, what I can only imagine is being in law school, going back and forth with you. But I really appreciate you and just want to thank you for your lifetime of public service. And I know that you will continue sharing your thoughts and opinions with us as you continue following the work that we're trying to do here in the county. So thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Councilmember Rice.
Thank you very much. Mr. Hansen, it's been an absolute pleasure over this past 12 years, sir, working with you and certainly going through a number of things that have challenged our communities, but also uplifted our communities. And that's the beautiful thing about the law. It cuts many different ways, oftentimes there to protect the citizens of Montgomery County. And then, unfortunately, in certain times, we have to make sure that we're pursuing folks who have done wrong by this county and holding them accountable. And you've done both. And that's a beautiful thing. That's what lawyers do. And so I really just want to thank you for being one of the good ones, one of the ones who's continued to dedicate themselves to truly making sure that we uphold the laws here in Montgomery County and in the state of Maryland and this nation. But that you also uphold the spirit of the law as well, making sure that there's fairness, making sure that those who we know sometimes are the unfortunate and aren't as connected, make sure that they still have the representation that they deserve. And so I thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And finally, Councilmember Katz.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Let me start out by saying, Mark, your date of service does not predate my birth. I just think that I know there was a question in your mind, and I wanted to clear that up.
Yes.
First off, thank you and your family very, very much for your literally your lifetime of service, and I know in your families as well. I'm a follower. I'm a person that truly loves the poem "If" by Kipling. And the first lines are, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. And of course, there are times during some of these conversations that is exactly what unfortunately has happened. And you have been truly a calm during a time of, at times, of turmoil. And you've been someone who has given great advice, continues to give great advice to a county that you have proven time and time that you have loved, and it is truly shown. So thank you, sir, for all of your great service. And with that, I turn it back over to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Job well done, Mark.
Thank you.
Everybody said it pretty perfectly. We appreciate you and so appreciate your family as well.